Hello and welcome. My name is Jean, and today we're going to spend some time getting into a bit of leg extension, some hip opening, which will eventually build you up toward an intentional sun salutation. But getting all of that in mind, find your way to a seat at the center of your mat. Sit bones pressed on the earth as you soften the shoulders from the ears. Breathing in through your nose, and then taking a nice big exhale out through the nose, or a sigh or yawn through the mouth. Allow yourself that moment to introduce your body to your space, your rolled out mat. Allow yourself that moment to introduce your body to the sensations that are buried within, rising to the surface. The noise of the world is set aside, even if for a moment. You're checking in. You're ascertaining what you've moved through or what you know is on your horizon. And with the past and future both recognized, you find yourself in the present moment. The mat beneath you, the earth beneath your mat, and even the core of the planet, which you reach down to mindfully, consciously, lovingly. And it's at that place of grounding and opening that if you have an intention for your practice, invite yourself to set it at this time. Given that leg extension will be a part of your journey today, maybe you want a practice centered on balance, a practice centered on an even distribution of self, a practice centered on recognizing your personal boundaries. When are you extending to a comfortable point? And when is the overextension a possibility? All of that is to say, bring whatever you'd like. I'll take just another 3 more breaths of grounding here. Nice job. And as you've created that space for yourself on your mat, we'll start off with some cat-cow movement just to awaken the spine some. As you inhale, pressing into the earth with your sit bones, the shoulders widen, your gaze goes a little higher. And then as you exhale, once more digging into the earth with your sit bones, chin guiding down to the tailbone. We'll take 3 more cat-cows. Breathe in, and then big exhale out. Knowing the exhale is what helps make room for your ribs to hollow inward. Next one, inhale, and then exhale. Last one, breathe in, and breathe out. Good. As the spine warms up just a little bit, you're going to take a breath in, widen the chest, unfold the legs from underneath, setting the feet on the ground, and then exhale, open the knees out to your sides, Baddha Konasana, bound angle. Take that moment in Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet pressed in toward each other, knees open to the sides. Breathe in, and breathe out. Good. Next, inhale. The arms will start to join as you reach them up to the sky. And then engaging with your ribs, exhale as you bend the elbows, taking a twist to the right side. Breathe in again. And then breathe out, twist just a little bit more. One more breath. Good. Now just holding at this point for a couple breaths, finding that dynamic to static range, embracing the stillness as your ribs get a nice little twist here. One more breath. Good job. Take another breath in. Look a little further over your right shoulder if that feels good. And then exhale, elbows extend up as you undo your twist back to center. Breathe in again, lengthening your fingertips up to the sky. And then breathe out, take that twist from the ribs to the left side. Breathe in. And then breathe out, twist just a little bit further if it feels good. One more breath. And twist on the exhale. Now this is your static point. Just holding here for a few breaths. Again, finding that open space between each rib. It's mostly knowing that even as you're getting your leg extensions, the ribs are still going to have that openness, that expansion. So knowing that they're warmed up a little can help ensure that the space feels comfortable for you and well established. A couple more breaths here. Good job. Pressing into your sit bones, lifting your spine. Take one more breath in. And then breathe out, undo your twist, arms reach up, back to the sky. Now taking an inhale, sweep the arms down, bringing them underneath the knees. And then closing the knees together, exhale. Take that moment, just in a seated fetal position at the center of your mat. Feel the ribs, maybe there's a little bit more expansion again. Maybe that place of openness feels good. Maybe it doesn't feel quite so good. Acknowledge the quality. One more breath here. Good. Now your mat facing will determine where your legs go. But taking an inhale, you're just going to shift onto a sit bone of your choosing. Send the legs to your back of the mat, arriving in a tabletop shape. As you're here, stack the joints, ensuring that you've got your wrists underneath the elbows, under the shoulders, and your knees under your hips. Always welcome to have a blanket and some blocks nearby, setting a block on each side of your mat, should you like to reach it and utilize it at any point. So you're in tabletop. We're just going to start off by taking a breath in, and then lengthening through the back of your skull. You're going to exhale, send your right toes back onto the mat, shifting your body weight back once you feel the toes planted. Take an inhale, body weight shifts forward, just easing off of the arch of your right foot. And then exhale, shifting back. A couple more times. Inhale forward. And then exhale back. Inhale. Warming up the calf muscle. Exhale back. Nice. Last time, breathe in. And then this time as you breathe out, lifting your right foot off the ground, flexing into the right toes. Option to stay here with your three-prong table. Maybe, just maybe, the left arm reaches out. Balancing table. Couple breaths here. Just really engaging with your core, feeling your right heel reach back behind you. Last breath. Now taking an inhale, if you lifted your left arm, bring that palm back to the ground. And then exhale, sliding the right foot to your side as you sit back on the left ankle, half child's pose, Ardha Balasana. Now your right foot, you want planted on the ground, but how it's planted is however is best comfortable for you. Toes can be pointed inward. You can turn out the foot a little bit. Again, just waking up the inner part of your right thigh, more toward your internal hip rotator. Good work. 2 more breaths here. How are you feeling? What are you feeling in your body? What places are starting to kindle, much like the first sparks of a campfire? As you take an inhale, you're going to shift your body weight forward, planting your palms on the mat. As you do so, that makes space for your right knee to come back to tabletop on an exhale. Just kind of doing a bit of an interlude. Take a breath in. Make sure all 10 toes are curled on your mat. And then breathe out, shifting back onto your heels until you're sitting on your toes. Toe stretch. Breathe. This helps to wake up your plantar fascia, the soles of your feet. And especially if you find yourself in sedentary positions, seated a lot, your feet are probably communicating some things to you right now. Always good to heed what your body is telling you. Just making space, whether it's good words or even if there's some expletives as well, which is very valid too. 2 more breaths here. Nice job. Taking a breath in, the palms of your hands, plant back on the mat, walk yourself out to a tabletop, and then uncurling 1 foot at a time, take an exhale, back in tabletop. Now, you can stay here just letting some relief come to your feet. You can also tap the tops of your feet on your mat. That'll give you a little wave of relief washing over your soles. And then always welcome to take that moment and drink some water, whether at this point or any juncture of your practice. So building off on the left side, your body knows the semblance of what's going on now. So take that breath in, and then from tabletop, exhale, sending your left toes back on the mat. Body weight shifts back. Just getting into the arch of the foot a little. Take an inhale, shifting forward, relieving some pressure on the arch. And then exhale, shift back. Nice job. 2 more times. Inhale. And then exhale. 1 more time. And then this time, inhale, shifting forward, back to a stable tabletop. Words are fun like that. Exhale, lifting that left foot off the mat. 3-prong table. Hold here, or option to lift the right hand. Fingertips extending out to the space in front of you, while the left heel is reaching to the space behind you. your drishti, your gaze, down at the mat, or if you want a little extra challenge, taking your gaze to your right fingertips. 3 more breaths. Last one, you're doing great. Breathe in and breathe out. If you did a balancing table, inhale, right palm plants back down on the mat. And then exhale, sending your left leg to that left side, planting the left foot as you lean back, shift the body weight back to your right ankle, half child's pose. Just taking a few breaths here. Allow your body to hollow, surrender, and sink. Also a nice time to come back to your intention. What is it that you're giving your body today? A little extra balance. Encouraging, embracing the soft heat of spring just around the corner. Good work. 2 breaths left. And just like before, take an inhale, body weight shifts forward, palms solid on the mat. And then exhale, dragging your left leg back in line to tabletop. Taking the counter to your toe stretch from earlier, keep the toes uncurled now as you inhale. And then exhale, shift the body weight back now until you're sitting on your ankles. This is your Vajrasana, your thunderbolt or diamond pose. This posture is also a great meditative posture. It's also an effective asana to give your body post-meal, post-digestion, allowing everything internally to shift and move. Five breaths here for yourself. Nice job. One last deep inhale through the nose. Feel the air guided down to your lungs, coaxed and encouraged. And then last exhale, pushing the air out through the mouth. Body sinks and settles, surrenders and acquiesces. Taking another inhale, body weight shifts forward off of the ankles. Plant the palms as you walk out to a tabletop. And then once the joints are stacked again, cap the tops of your feet on your mat. Just another little rebound here. So we've got the legs a little warmed up. Nice point to start getting yourself set for your personal salutation today. So planting the toes on the mat once more. We'll get the heat going in your core as you breathe in. Press into the palms. Lift your knees up. Hold here for 2 breaths. Nice job. Last inhale. And then exhale, move through the arches of your feet, sit bones reaching up to the sky. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. From here, take an inhale, walk the hands forward a bit, shifting your body, high plank. And then elbows engaged in the body as you exhale, peel to the earth. Inhale, chest rises a little bit, cobra or upward facing dog. And then palms on the mat, exhale, press into the palms, move through the arches of your feet. Full body stretch in your Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now we'll take just a few moments here, breathing. You can stay still. You can pedal your legs one at a time. You may hear this referred to as walking your dog. Three more breaths. Nice job. Take another inhale. Feet are still and steady. Look up at the point where your palms meet. And then exhale, coming up to your tiptoes. Start walking your feet toward the hands. You're in an Uttanasana, top of your mat. Take another inhale. Raise your body up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. And then exhale, soften the knees. Heart turns back to the legs, forward fold. One more inhale, you're bending the knees. Scoop the tailbone under your spine, rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae. Maybe your arms want to do a circle sweep. But however you arrive in your Tadasana, your mountain pose, always your choice. As you're here, take that moment, shake the body out. Always welcome to drink some water if you'd like. And then so that you get a view of things a little more, there we go. You're at the top of your mat now. Feel your feet planted. Big toes, start the process. Once the big toes are set, all the other toes follow suit. Now you're here, joints are stacked, limbs are stacked. Body is lifted, heart is open. Feel that little opening in the hip space that you worked with in butterfly pose, Baddha Konasana. And come back to your intention, whatever sankalpa you've offered your body today. A little balance, embracing vulnerability, or even some self-compassion. Bring that to your heart. 3 more breaths. And as you've made time for yourself, take your intentional Surya Namaskar, sun salutation. As you inhale, arms reach up to the sky, however you'd like. And then exhale, hinging forward from your hips. The heart leads you down to the legs, Uttanasana. From forward fold, inhale, raise your spine up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. And then exhale to bend the knees, plant the hands, step hopper, float your feet back. This is your vinyasa opportunity, if you would like. We'll meet in your downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Just 5 breaths here. Arms are straightened, making room for your heart to move toward the legs, 2 more breaths. Good. Take an inhale, looking upward where the palms meet. And then exhale, step, hop, float, tabletop your feet toward your hands. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, raise the spine up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. And then exhale once more, the hands dangle to the earth, back in a forward fold. Completing your salutation, inhale, bend the knees, arms reach up to the sky, you're rolling the spine up. And then exhale, press down through the forearms, taking the lessons of that salutation to your heart space, your samasthiti. Good job. Take a couple more breaths here. Just feeling the heat you've built for yourself, that kindling, that fire. We will start the journey down to the mats shortly. But give gratitude to yourself as you are shaking off the frost of winter, as you're allowing the sprouts of spring to slowly start unfurling from within. We'll take a half sun salutation just to get ourselves down to the mat. So breathing in, last time, arms meet the sun, however you like. And then exhale, hinge forward from the hips. Trust the free fall of your heart to your legs, forward fold. Inhale again, halfway lift, lengthening through the back of your skull. And then exhale to bend the knees, plant the palms, dropping down to your knees in tabletop. From here, you're just choosing a hip to sit back on, and then swinging the legs through your center. It's all just to make some space for yourself. Maybe grabbing your blocks if you'd like to utilize them. As a reclining butterfly, can feel pretty nice from that hip extension and even that internalized rotation from your half child's pose. Allow the spine to soften vertebrae by vertebrae. You are surrendering to the earth. You are giving yourself this modicum of respite, collecting all of the information of your brief practice today. A little bit of twisting, a little bit of balancing, a little bit of extending. What is your body telling you here? So reclining butterfly is where I will leave you for a few moments to process and enjoy yourself in this rest. Remembering your breath, savoring your heartbeat, and leaving behind any tension you might have felt today, any less thanness. Leave it here, cast it aside, even if just for this moment. So that said, enjoy your Savasana. Thank you for all of the work that you do on and off of your mat. I'll bring you back to the here and now shortly. Savasana. The time has come to begin guiding yourself back to this plane. As with the start of your practice today, observe your body in this space. However far you dove deep into the realm of your savasana, track the air entering your body with an inhale through the nose. Chart the air as it allows the lungs to fill, the ribs to rise, the heart to open. And then observe the air as you push the air outward through the nose or with a big sigh through the mouth. Chart its journey, its reverse course, as you give that air back to the universe, while still dispersing prana, life force, where you need it most. The fingertips and toes begin to wiggle ever so softly. The hands guide themselves down to your knees, closing the legs together out of reclining butterfly. And then making any movements for your body that honor and strengthen your tether back to this corporeal plane. And when you feel yourself back on your mat, you're welcome to end your practice in that conjured state of your personal savasana. You can also meet in one last seat of your choosing, a sukhasana. Arms, legs, and eyes sealing your time here in a way that honors you. And finally, holding some space for your personal intention, your sankalpa, as all of this serves to warm the body up, preparing for spring as it is just around the horizon. The sunlight is going to pick up pace. We'll have more daylight hours as time progresses. But for now, as you stir yourself out of the long night of winter, may you leave your mat with a little more balance, a little more kindness, and a little more love for yourself and for the world. It has been my humble honor to have shared space with you today, as you have shared space with me. Thank you for making time for yourself in this helter-skelter world. And may you always live this life, your life, with authenticity, with joy, and with love, sharing the gift of you with this beautiful world. Because as true today as in the tomorrows after, this world is made all the brighter, all the kinder, and all the more radiant for you being in it. The luminosity in me cherishes, respects, and will always celebrate the luminous blooming heart in you. Shanti. Namaste. Thank you so much for taking a little time out of your day to spend some time with myself. I hope that you enjoyed this brief practice and that you found a bit of respite, a bit of quiet amongst the noise of the world weaving itself around you. Until we meet again on our mats together once more, namaste.